Hey, what's up, psychology? So, I'm going to send you a little video tonight just to see what happens before I get out of the school at another little bit after the conference with the microbiologist at 7:30. So, what I'd like us to think about a little bit is classical conditioning. Again, Pavlov's dogs, unconditioned stimulus, conditioned stimulus, right? Unconditioned stimulus, the meat; conditioned stimulus, the bell. Unconditioned response salivation occurs even to the now conditioned stimulus. We can attach two stimuli together. Okay, cool. But now we want to really turn our attention to operant conditioning. So that's when I start trying to shape you, or we as psychologists could shape a subject in a lab based on the law of effect. So remember, our law of effect is going to alter our graph. So if a behavior results in an outcome that's desirable, it's going to happen more often. If a behavior results in an outcome that we don't like, it's going to happen less often. So what we like in an outcome can vary. It can be that it gave me something good, positive, reinforcer. Reinforcer increases the behavior. It's positive because you gave me something. So you give me something that I like because of my behavior, positive reinforcement. But a behavior can also be reinforced because you took away something that I thought was pretty crappy. So in the event that you remove something, negative, subtraction, you're removing from the equation. If you remove something I dislike, that too can be a reinforcer for my behavior. You might allow me to escape from an electrical shock if I get out of the room. You might remove me from being surrounded by people in a crowd if I accomplish some task, if I don't like that. So you're removing something I dislike. Removal equals negative. Subtraction. Negative, but it's still a reinforcer because the behavior goes up. Think to my student who didn't want to be in crowds, and so if he misbehaved in the crowd, he was taken for a walk. Well, he liked walks, and he didn't like crowds. So now you're giving him something he likes, and he likes it because it gets him away from people, okay? So you pull me out of that scenario, all right? The student who I had in the past who was trying to rack up detentions and Saturday detentions to avoid being at home, to stay in the school. We're removing that negative environment by what they thought was a punishment. So you could definitely argue that's a negative reinforcer. So I hope that this helps us out. Now what we're going to do on Friday is we're going to have our Friday forum where you assess the quality of our class. But more than that, I want you to take some time and see if there's a way we could apply reinforcers in a school. So this is the community we spend the most time in. What are some really important behaviors that we want to see from students? And how could we increase the frequency of that behavior? So think of negative reinforcers, think of positive reinforcers. We're going to work on a collaborative chart tomorrow in order to facilitate discussion. And I want to hear what our plans are for the actual application of operant conditioning here in North Allegheny.